Good morning, Face Space. It's Phil, Commander from Harcourt's Georges River. Just coming to this week after leaving a market appraisal. Just thought it's a lovely day to be out for a little stroll, so come to you mobile walking on the pavement. But just want to touch base. The last couple of weeks we've been going into my recent book, which I've just published, Ready, Steady, Sold. All about achieving a premium result for the sale of your home in any market. This week we're touching on pricing your home, which I thought was pretty relevant coming straight out of a market appraisal. So I guess first thing to know is there's a few factors which will dictate the price of your home. The main things are the location, obviously. You've got things like the agent you choose, the process that you go with, and the marketing campaign, I guess, that you're going to get out there. So obviously the location you can't change. You can't face your house any more north than it may already be. But a few factors that you do have control of, the agent you choose, the process you go with, and the marketing strategy that you decide on. So I think when you're first looking at pricing your home, obviously what you want to start doing is looking at comparable sales in your area, in your neighbourhood. So, if you're let's say you're in Mortdale, you don't want to be looking at properties in Hunters Hill. It's going to be completely irrelevant. So there's a few ways and areas that you can start researching. My first suggestion is going to open homes. Looking for properties in your neighbourhood which are open for sale. If you've got a 3-bedroom home and there's another 3-bedroom home open, go and check it out. See how it compares to yours. Check out the fixtures and fittings, the land size, how it's presented. All these things will have bearing on the final price of your home. A little bit out of breath after walking up that hill. So another thing that you can do to research values in your area, jump online. There's a few different websites that you can use, some paid, some are free. If you just go simply to the sold section on realestate.com.au, you can type in your street, you can type in your suburb, and you can start to look at similar properties to yours that have sold recently in the area. You don't want to look too much at properties that are on the market because these aren't sold yet. You really want to be using your estimates based on facts and not wish prices. So jump on realestate.com. There's also websites like RP Data or Price Finder. Now, these often will cost you, or there'll be a fee associated to do some research. But if you get in touch with a local real estate agent, they've normally got access to these sites, and they'll be able to do what's called a comparative market analysis on your home for you. So if you wanted to get a very accurate depiction of what your home's worth, call up a local agent, ask them to come around, give you an appraisal, and they'll come prepared with a list of local recent sales and a probably better depiction. And finally, what might be good before putting your home on the market is to get a bank valuation done. These generally will be a little bit conservative, but they've got all the market knowledge. They know exactly what's going on with lenders, and probably a broader overview on the economy also. So probably get in touch with that also. I think when you're pricing your home, it's important not to come in too hot or too high. The last thing you want is for buyers to be put off because they feel that the property is overpriced and you lose interest. So I guess with strategies, you really need to look at what's going on in the market, what's working and what isn't. But this all comes down also to advice from your agent. They should have more than enough knowledge of what's working and what's not, whether that is a private treaty sale or auction, depending also how many buyers are currently in the market, and the supply and demand, obviously. Things that are also going to affect the price of your home is rental demand. So the higher demand for rental, the more that those rental prices will be achieving, and the more or higher rental prices, then obviously the more sale prices, because they're commanding more income for the vendors of those properties. So there's a lot of factors when pricing your home. The thing that you want to avoid is this emotional attachment to maybe a neighbouring property that's sold similar to yours, and you might go, well, you know, my house is better than that, so I want more than that. You know, some people have a home loan, and they think, well, as long as I can get enough to pay off the home loan, that's what we're going to put it on the market for. So that kind of thinking can lead to your home being on the market for a lot longer than you wish, and it's only once all the buyers in the market have exhausted all the cheaper properties, or they've just left with no other option, that they'll likely come to your home. So that's what we want to avoid. You only get one shot at marketing your properties, so we tend to do things right at the start and not apologise later, and that's what you want to do. So look, we go into much more detail in the book, pricing strategies, ways to research, places that you can go just to get knowledge, and people that you can get in touch with. So don't feel that you're alone when it comes to pricing your home. Just make sure that you do it correctly, and take your time and price it so you're going to engage as many buyers as possible, get them to the home, and create that competition to naturally drive the price up. So yeah, there's much more information in the book. If you'd like a copy, feel free to contact me or my team. We'll get a book out to you. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to go into more detail on, just leave a comment below or contact me directly. But my name's Phil Commander from Harcourts Georges River. Tune in next week. We'll hit chapter 4. Thanks, guys.